Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, tonight it's Necrons versus Blood Angels. We are playing the Relic. We have the Relic there right in the middle of the table, of course. I'm currently going second. I'm playing the Flayed one, Decorium. A little bit different, never played it in this way before, so it's going to be interesting. I'll just go through my deployment. So I've infiltrated 4 squads of 10 Flayed ones, just there. I've got the Monolith there with the 2 Tomb Spiders behind. They've both got Fabricator Claw. We have 2 Canoptic Harvest formations. All the races have got whip coils. 2 squads of 10 warriors. And then over this side we have an Overlord. He's got the Vow tonight. And we've got 5 Immortals. I've also deployed right over there 3 Tomb Blades. They've just got looms. Playing a Mechanized Blood Angels list tonight, and everything is deployed. So we have a Whirlwind there, a Pred, we have some troops with a Las Cannon and then a Razorback with a Las, some Scouts which have already done their Scout move. I think they're making their way straight to the Relic. 2 Vindicators. There's 2 Librarian Dreadnoughts, a normal Dread, some more troops with the Las Cannon. There's some 1 unit of Skimmers, another Dread there as well, another Pred, and another Las Cannon Razorback. And that is the list all deployed, ready to open up all those Las Cannons on my Monolith. So I desperately need a 6. So here we go. I'm going to roll for a 6, see if I can seize the initiative. A 1, totally upside down. Okay, so let's see if I can weather this first turn this time. Blood Angels, turn 1. Okay, so that was turn 1 for the Blood Angels. So they start off just shuffling the all units around to try and get best line of sight. The Vindicator there at the back did immobilise itself, trying to get over the rockery there. The Whirlwind decided to move up as well to try and get better range, and that also immobilised itself. In the Psychic phase, the Librarian Dread managed to twin link that Vindicator. Did take a perils but rolled a 6 on the table, and then the other power they used was on these Scouts to give them an extra movement, and as you can see they moved up and surrounded the Relic there. Now they didn't pick it up because the first movement came up, and because they're coming at an angle they couldn't quite get to it, and of course you can only pick it up in the movement phase, so in the Psychic phase when they moved they couldn't pick it up. So just very cleverly they're just surrounding it, so obviously I can't pick it up in my turn. Okay, then we went on to the shooting phase, and everything basically opened up on my Wraiths. Decided that was for the prime target as I had no feel no pain. The only exception was that Vindicator there that wasn't in range of anything but the Flayed ones, so they shot my Flayed ones. I lost 2 Flayed ones there. My Wraiths have been depleted. The units on the left is down to 3, and 2 of them only have 1 wound. And the units on the right, I've lost, what did I lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, well, I lost, I've got all Wraiths there actually, but I just took a wound on that one there. That was it basically, so we're going to now move on to Necrons turn 1, and we'll see what retaliation I can make. Okay, so that was turn 1 for the Necrons. So I started off giving RP to the 2 formations, generated a Scarab Swarm on each of the swarms, didn't take any wounds, proceeded to move everything up. Over here I moved both the Flayed 1 squads and ran them, they both ran 1 inch. Moved the Wraiths up and the 2 squads of warriors. The warriors at the front there managed to get a few shots off the Vindicator, but no 6s. Then over here the Monolith, which moved up, he had the best target using his big blast ordnance, went smack bang in the middle there, managed to hit 2 speeders, the Vindicator on the right and that Dreadnought. The Dreadnought took 1 hull point. The Vindicator on the right I totally whiffed, and I managed to destroy the first speeder there, so that's, well I say destroy it, it's wrecked. And then I took the Wraiths on up over here, assaulted the Scouts. I did absolutely no wounds, and the Scouts, they did get 1 wound through, but I saved it, so we're just locked in combat there. The Flayed ones just moved as close as they could get to those scouts, just trying to stopping any ordnance weapons coming too close to them, as I moved the Overlord there behind the monolith with the 2 tomb spiders. The Flayed ones there just hung around because obviously they couldn't assault as they infiltrated, so just holding off one more turn. And then over here I just moved the Tomb Blades out, just trying to pile the pressure on, giving lots of different targets for the Blood Angels. I did take a pop shot at the side armour of that Vindicator, but of course I missed. And that's it. So we're going to move now on to a Blood Angels turn 2 and see what happens. Okay, so turn 2 for the Blood Angels. Pretty eventful, some good stuff and potentially some bad stuff as well. And so in the movement phase, the Blood Angels decided to actually move away a bit. Big blob of tanks and skimmers and stuff went over that side to try and target the Tomb Blades. I think they were going for first blood. And then over this side, the 2 Dreads moved up along with the Scouts. And those tanks at the back there just moved away because obviously my Flayed ones were coming in, potentially threatening them. In the shooting phase, basically the last cannons all shot at my monolith, which obviously has successfully died. It pretty much took all the last cannons apart from one to take the monolith out, so no chance to regenerate any hull points once again for this little tactic, but we'll continue using it, see how we get on in the future. So that was first blood to the Blood Angels. Everything else over there shot my Tomb Blades, which also took them out, so they've disappeared off the table. When I went into the assault phase, I was assaulted by those Scouts into my Flayed ones. I managed to win the combat by 1, and the Scouts failed leadership, and they ran an amazing 15 inches over there. We continued the assault with the Wraiths and the Scouts. I did lose 1 wound on 1 Wraith, so the model was taken off. I killed 2 Scouts with 2 rending, and believe it or not, they failed leadership and they also ran. So that was probably the bad thing for Blood Angels, because it's freed up both of my units there, potentially to move around, maybe get the Relic. We shall see. Okay, so that was turn 2 for Blood Angels. It's now turn 2 for Necrons. Yeah. Okay, so turn 2 for the Necrons. So I started off by shuffling around. I picked the Relic up with the squad of 2 Wraiths that were there. Put the Wraith with 1 wound at the front, picked it up with the one at the back. I then obviously gave RP to the 2 Scarab Canoptic Harvest formations. Moved the Flayed ones, they moved and ran towards the middle of the board, and those ones moved and ran towards those tanks over there. I moved these warriors up so they can get some shots off. Moved and ran the spiders, only ran 1 inch. And then the Warlord with his immortals there just retreated back slightly behind that abyss. The Flayed ones there just hanging out, just like for backup really, I suppose. I generated scarabs on both swarms. Took 1 swarm up there and assaulted that Dread. I lost 1 base, didn't do any wounds, no 6s at all, so we're just locked in combat there. And then in the shooting phase, shot all the warriors at the Warlord, which was standing on top of there, and managed to kill him. Now we did actually glance it, so it should actually still be there, but yeah, we forgot. So, but even so, I was still able to get the Wraiths past him through the top of the building there, and I managed to assault the Vindicator, and I managed to wreck it as well, so that's quite useful because that was causing a lot of problems for me, especially now I'm quite squishy with that monolith gone. The Wraiths assaulted the Scouts, killed a few, and they started to run, so there's 3 Scouts there just running away once again, and I just consolidated, spread out a little bit. And that was my turn 2. Now I did manage to get Slay the Warlord, so it's first blood to Blood Angels, Slay the Warlord to me. I'm currently on the objective, but it's now Blood Angels turn 3, and there's still another Vindicator, quite a bit of firepower left, so interesting times. Okay, so turn 3 there for the Blood Angels. So these tanks that were being harassed by these Flayed ones have just moved away along with that Dread. A couple of shots came in the Flayed ones. I did lose 1, but managed to save the rest with RP. Over here the whirlwind shot my warriors, lost one warrior. The last cannons that were available to shoot and the heavy bolters from the speeders shot into my tomb spider, down to one wound now on that spider. And then the scouts came up and they joined in the assault that the Dread was with the scarabs. As you can see, I lost my scarabs and they both consolidated. The three scouts that were just there regrouped. They managed to assault these flayed ones, but I did win that assault and then I consolidated. At the back of the table there, the unit of tacticals decided to try and hold up the wraiths. They assaulted me. I killed 4 with some rending attacks. Just 2 guys left. They didn't fail the morale, so they managed to successfully sort of hold me up for another turn at least. As we go into turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, so Necron turn 3. Over this side of the board I moved the flayed ones up. I tried to assault the bow but was just out of range. Moved these warriors up here, shot the bow, managed to get 1 hull point off, down to 2 hull points. At the back there the wraiths managed to kill off those last 2 marines, they just consolidated. In the middle here the 2 wraiths holding the relic just ran, well didn't run but they moved 6 inches, moved the 2 spiders up there as well. Generated a couple of scarabs, sent the scarabs up over to the Dread and managed to take the couple of hull points off of there. These flayed ones just moved and ran from that position here, just sort of trying to cover the middle of the board area. The flayed ones that were there just finally popped the corner there and assaulted the scouts. 1 scout left and he was running, I'm not sure he is, but he's running somewhere. And then, oh there he is, up on the building. And then the flayed ones that were just left there from the last assault went over and managed to wreck that Razorback. The Marines got out, they weren't pinned. Then I had to deal with this little pesky Vindicator here, so I used my Veil of Darkness, teleported the Lord there. The Lord shot his Staff of Light, got 1 hull point off, and then the Immortals finished it off, so I managed to wreck that, which is pretty useful. Okay, so that's how we stand now as we move in to turn 4 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so turn 4 there for the Blood Angels, and they tried their best with what they had left. Moved both of these tanks up, concentrating on my tomb spiders there, just trying to get rid of the RP. 1 tomb spider was taken out, the one with the 1 wound left. That tomb spider there with 2 wounds is still alive, and he's the one in command of those 2 wraiths, so that was quite useful. Up over here the speeders lined up for these flayed ones, they shot them, just lost 2. The auto cannons from the Dreads and those guys that got out of the tank shot those flayed ones. I lost 3, didn't fail my leadership. The whirlwind came over and targeted those flayed ones and just scattered off, so no damage. So that's it. So now we're going to move into turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, so that was turn 4 for the Necrons. Moved up the flayed ones, intention to assault that. Rolled atrociously on the assault range, assaulting 1 inch, so I was out of range. Over here though I managed to rapid fire that to death along with those warriors, so I took that one out. These guys here I just moved back with the Relic, surrounded them with some warriors to try and get cover saves from the tomb spider, put those there as a speed bump. At the back the race went into that Dread, managed to get a weapon destroyed, 2 hull points, just 1 hull point left, no damage done on the wraiths. I sent the scarab swarms that were there along with the flayed ones, and I managed to just wreck that pred over there, and these flayed ones went in and I managed to destroy the 2 speeders. Up over that side of the table these guys moved up, rapid fired the whirlwind, some good saves because I was in the building there, but I did get 1 hull point off. But yeah, that's the end of turn 4. We're actually going to quit the game here. Not too much left for the Blood Angels, just that 1 tank, 1 scout, a couple of marines, so it's pretty much over. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the game. It's really good fun, so yeah, watch out for more battle reports to come, and as always, thanks for watching.